Hey everybody, as Chief Meteorologist Brad Petovich for SkiSoutheast.com. I am super excited. This is the first ski forecast of the season 2021-2022, and we've been off to a great start. If you've been following the website and you notice that a lot of the resorts are going to open this weekend, even though we've had a spat of warm weather in the middle of the week, the temperatures change. As I'm doing this recording, a cold front's blasting through the southeast, cooling everybody off, setting the stage for great snowmaking opportunities. You can see that trough is digging in right now across a big chunk of the southeast. So there's the cold air spilling in to the southeast, and that's actually setting the stage right now for this cold weather. And you see the cold weather is going to last into the upcoming weekend. There's a brief respite probably on Sunday, but then notice the stronger surge of cold air coming down early next week. Now, if you're a meteorology geek like I am, or a skier in the southeast, you've probably been following along the potential for this big snowstorm on the East Coast. It ain't happening. There is really no monster storm, but there is a trough of low pressure which is going to bring much colder air. The good news in this is not so much the natural snow or the snowstorm, but the fact that we're going to have really cold air over the southeast with a second surge going into Thanksgiving. So if you know anything about skiing in the southeast, the best time to open all the resorts is right around or just before Thanksgiving weekend, and it looks like potentially we could have one of the best openings in a long time because snowmaking opportunities start tonight, Thursday into Friday morning, and probably are going to persist for most of next week. Now, that trough lingers into next Wednesday. There's a brief warm-up on Wednesday into Thanksgiving Day, but it looks like going into the weekend after Thanksgiving, another surge of cold air comes down, at least a glancing blow that could give us the potential for some cooler temperatures. So when you look at the cold air, there's the cold air moving in tonight. That's really cold air. In fact, really chilly. We're talking teens and single digits likely up in West Virginia and Maryland. So this is going to be ideal snowmaking, very fluffy man-made snow, and a little bit of natural snow could get thrown in there. And then watch as things moderate a little bit over the weekend, but still good snowmaking, especially at night. Here comes that next surge of cold air, really Monday morning into Tuesday. That's really cold. If this was December, January, February, this would be an Arctic blast. But it's still November. It's early in the season. So compared to standards later in the winter, this may not seem as cold. But for this time of year, that's really cold air. And it kind of stays in place for a while, at least until Wednesday before it lifts out. And then you see that next surge of cold air coming in next weekend right there. So, yeah, that's nice that we're seeing a wave, another wave, another wave. There's no long-lasting cold, but there's also no long-lasting warm air, which is exactly the way you want things to work out. So let's look at the snowfall forecast. Again, last week it looked like potentially there could be a bigger natural snow event here. This is nothing that's gonna be super huge, but when you couple it with the cold air, it is gonna make for some really good conditions, because if you can make snow 24/7 and then add a couple inches of natural snow, especially up there in West Virginia and Maryland, that's going to be really nice. So I'll stop this Thanksgiving morning. And you get the idea. I mean, that's not a ton. There's some 4 to 6 inch amounts towards Timberline, Canaan Valley, Snowshoe, up to Wisp. North Carolina resorts are probably looking at a dusting to an inch, but that's coupled with great snowmaking. And that leads me to the potential that we're going to have really good snowmaking conditions for the next 5 to 7 days. I mean, when you look at this, Friday, Saturday, snowmaking. Sunday, probably a little bit of a warm-up, but then Monday, Tuesday, not only snowmaking, but some natural snow, and snowmaking could continue on Wednesday. So I really like this setup right now, that we're going to have the cold air in place, at least early in the season. If you can lay down a good base now, this can get us into the season and keep that base up, even if we get a warm spell through the season. And again, a La Nina winter this year, remember, typically warm and dry, but it doesn't mean no snow. We can still get shots of cold air, and I think that's what you're going to see a lot of this winter. Is it's not going to be long-lasting cold, but there's going to be these waves of cold, and as long as they time out once a week or once every week and a half, that's going to maintain us and keep us going strong through the entire season. I can't wait till we have a really big snowstorm. Right now, it's really more about the cold than the natural snow, but hey, it's November. I love it. Starting off cold, starting off snowy. The ski season is here. COVID is winding down. We're starting to be able to do more things. So get out there, hit the slopes, enjoy the snow, and as always, keep thinking snow. We want to get a big storm this year, hopefully before Christmas.